question for uh, Nata, Monata, uh, to describe or give some his experience or thoughts about what is the current situation or how well the youth in Dili uh, have known about the sexual diversity. Maybe you can share it with us, Nata. Thank you.
Uh, good, good evening, everyone, and first of all, thank you, Yoga, and everyone for hosting this. Uh, from my perspective, from the youth perspective, um, I would say that although you see a lot of young people who are becoming more open-minded, but I think there's still a lot of misconceptions about the LGBT community, and just by that you can see there. When you talk about LGBT community people in Dili, there are usually two words to describe us. For the men, people usually use the word panlero. And then for the woman, they usually use the word hermana. So they don't care if you're a gay man or a bisexual man or a transgender woman. If you're born a male and you don't act the way that you're supposed to, that society expect you to act the way they want you to, they would call you with a word like panlero, and then for the woman, permanent. And I think a lot of that has to do with lack of education. As part of Hatutan Group, we do a lot of youth work, youth advocacy work. And recently we had a discussion with the youth on sexual diversity, and where we invited Kodiva to join as well. And it was very inspiring to see that when the youth came in, they had different opinions. But then when they left, they actually understood a lot of the stuff that they learned here, which proved to us that a lot of it has to do with lack of education and lack of understanding. And all this leads to other problems like bullying at school. You see a lot of kids here suffer from bullying. I myself suffer from bullying, and I almost did not want to go to school at some point. And a lot of young people still go through that, and that has to do, like I said, with lack of education. And like we all know, I think Kodiva is the only organization in Timor that's doing great work in this. If we could all give them a round of applause. Yeah, and together with PDHA, they're also doing facilitation to the district with the youth. And I think it's very important because, especially with the young people, their minds are still fresh and we can still shape their minds. If you want to change the future, you should start with the younger generation. Especially because when we talk about LGBT people, most of the ideas people have about us is negative. Oh, gay people are sexual predators. Gay people want to convert our children to become like them. We want to show them that there are a lot of positive stories, that not all gay people are like that just because you hear one story or two stories. You know, there are women who feel unsafe walking in the street. That doesn't mean that all men want to abuse all women. The same thing with gay people. Just because of that, some men go through some stuff or hear some stories doesn't mean that all gay people want to abuse all men or something like that. And through the work that I feel we are doing or Kodiva is doing, we have encountered a lot of problems. I mean, they're both positive and negative feedbacks. Some people think that, oh, it's not, there are other important problems that we need to focus on rather than this. You know, when we held the first Pride Parade, some people say that like what I said already, there are other important problems that we need to worry about than this. And then some people say, oh, you're able to vote and you're not getting killed, so it's not a big problem. But I think when we talk about human rights, it's not only about the right to not get killed or the right to be able to vote. We also have the right to be respected.
Yes.
The right to be able to go to the office wearing the clothes that we are comfortable wearing. And there are people from the community that think that, oh, I don't think it's a problem and I don't want to be part of that. And I would say that not all the people from the LGBT community go through the same struggle. Just because some people have good education, come from good family background and don't go through some struggle doesn't mean that the other members of the LGBT community don't also go through the same struggle. You see a lot of kids going through the problems like bullying and kids getting kicked out of their homes when their parents are supposed to be nurturing them and providing them a safe space. But you see a lot of kids from the LGBT community actually leave their homes and living in the same in a place with people from the community. And I mean, they're happy, but I think family is supposed to be a place where we feel loved and nurtured and respected.
Yes.